Hey, Chris Jenkins, credentialed member of the media, covering the Carolina Panthers for Charlotte Vibe, aka Band of the People, here working my butt off, but I love doing it for you guys, right? Indianapolis, I'm currently in Indianapolis. The combine is this week, and as promised, I'm going to continue to bring you guys all the news, coverage, and updates. So, do me a favor, this is a team sport here at Charlotte Vibe, independent media. Need your help sometimes, right? So I got my setup going, got a different mixer. So tell me if the volume is good. Is it too low? Let me know what it is. Also, you may see me squinting a few times because I just had my glasses on. I took them off to do the show. And yeah, I'm trying to make it one more season before you guys see me wearing my glasses doing shows inside. So if I don't make it, here's your warning. You may see me wearing glasses on shows pretty soon. But Forest City Kitty, what's going on? Nice for you to tune in. E. Clemens made it to the live. Yes, you did. Hey, everybody, do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment. Just engage with these videos as much as you can. I know a lot of people love the channel, want to continue to see me grow. So doing those things each and every time you see a video, liking it, leaving a comment, and subscribe if you haven't, helps the channel grow. And I want to get to 20,000 subscribers this season. So doing those things will help me very much. But again, welcome to my hotel room. It is actually one of the nicer and bigger rooms I've had. I know this angle may not show it all because I didn't know which angle I want to set up for, but here we are. So a few things we're going to talk about tonight. Uh, One is my travel here. Two is Shaq Thompson. And three is some combine notes, all right? That's what we're going to go through this evening. Uh, Miss Chambliss can't wait to see what goes on this week. Yeah, we got a few things going on. We got a few things going on. So yeah, let's first go and touch on my travels here. This is my first time traveling since the airplane accidents may have spooked us all out there about, man, what's going on? Planes crashing, planes crashing. Certainly condolences to those who have been injured or perished during the crashes. And so not making fun of that, just saying like this is my first time traveling since that has happened. And I had a layover, which we'll talk about briefly. So I last season traveled to each and every game, all season, preseason and regular season, even Germany. Made every single game. And one time I had to switch airlines to try to save a buck or two. But this trip coming straight from Charlotte to Indianapolis was crazy. And I talked to someone else actually just today, and they told me the same thing about they didn't fly direct from Charlotte because those flights were just like 800, 900 bucks, which is ridiculous to fly to Indianapolis in the middle of the winter. So congratulations to you airlines for getting your price gouging going on. But nevertheless, I had to take two flights to get here. First one, I thought about it a little bit, like, okay, what's going on? Not what's going on, but just like trying to be in tune. But fortunately, with prayers, second flight, attitude back to normal, not worried about anything. So safely made it here. And we'll be looking to go back Wednesday and get back to Charlotte. So, oh, we got a super chat. How about? I don't think I have my super chat sound effect loaded up on this PC yet. I don't, but we'll do a little round of applause for Forest City Kitty with the super chat. Thank you so much. Hey, every little bit helps. So that was a 99-cent super chat. Don't feel like that's not enough. Anything that you guys can do to contribute, help out the channel is appreciated. Thank you very, very much, Forest City Kitty, with that. So it safely got here to Indianapolis. If you haven't seen it, I always post my arrival video at the airport on Twitter and over on Instagram. So if you haven't seen that, be sure to go ahead and check that out on Twitter or Instagram as well. So this is my second year coming to the Combine. I've been covering team for forever, nearly 20 years, but I just recently started coming to the Combine. Thanks to your all support, I'm able to do that. Last year when I came, I didn't see this. And what I'm talking about is there's like I won't say a bunch, but it was a noticeable amount of people that had like footballs and helmets and things like that, just all in the baggage claim area with an elaborate setup of boxes of things. I'm presuming to get autographs of those college prospects that they know that are here in Indy. So that was interesting and cool. Also on my flight was Panther staff, so that was pretty cool to see that. And also there were several players. There were noticeable players that was on my flight from Charlotte to Indianapolis. So that was pretty cool. I'd like to share that with you guys. So let's go ahead and get into the big news of the day. Let me make sure that my notes are in front of me. But basically, that's going to be Shaq Thompson. So Shaq Thompson was a free agent, and basically, it wasn't known yet if the Carolina Panthers were going to try to retain him or if they were going to let him let him walk, let him ride. And today, early this morning, came out. So the other day we had Dane Jackson, who was released, and now we have Shaq Thompson, who is just not going to be re-signed. He is now free to test the free agency market after 10-year career in Carolina, and 5 of those 10 seasons he was a captain. So losing Shaq Thompson will definitely be felt because he was here for a while. He was a very vocal guy, team captain again for 5 of those 10 years. But this was something that Shaq felt like it could happen, during the exit interviews with players. He made mention about he wants to be in Carolina. He's been on other podcasts as well where he's talked highly of wanting to stay in Carolina. He's like, feel like he's a Carolina guy now. Carolina raised him in terms of his entire NFL career. But obviously, business decisions do happen with Dan Morgan, Brant Tillis, and company, and they have decided that they'll let him test the free agency market. So why did that happen? I think we all may know. Not so much that he's an old guy. He's 30, even though in football years that kind of gets up there, right? But mostly you got to look at what happened the past 2 seasons for Shaq. And you think about Thomas Davis being in that position, and, man, it just continues to reflect how amazing that was that Thomas Davis had all those injuries and very significant injuries, and the team continued to stick with him. He did not have to go elsewhere until much, much later in his career. But during those injuries, they continued to give him the opportunity to rehab and come back, and he paid dividends for the Carolina Panthers. But Shaq Thompson, 2 seasons ago, he was able to get through, I think it was 4 games in 2022. This doesn't seem right. No. Yeah, in 2023, he got through 2 games and missed the rest of the season. And then in 2024, last season, he went out in week 4 with an Achilles. So Shaq basically has missed a tremendous amount of the previous 2 seasons. And so for that reason, I'm sure that was part of what played into it. And just want to continue to build this team, through the draft, which Dan Morgan has talked about. And Dan actually also spoke about the linebackers being a group that he felt was particularly deep in this draft. So that could also play into it. Shaq, it wasn't a cap space deal because he does not have a contract, but you still continue to think if you re-sign him, what is that dollar amount going to be? Is it a dollar amount that Shaq would want? Maybe not. Or, what you're going to pay a draft is not anywhere near still what you would be paying Shaq Thompson. So Shaq again, had a great career. So thank you, Shaq, for the career here in Carolina and what all that you did for him. But again, he is going to be a free agent. And during this time here, he managed to get up to 4th place in career tackles, 752 career tackles, only behind, you want to guess which guys? Luke, Thomas, and Mike Mentor. So not a bad group to be behind right there. Luke Kuechly, Thomas Davis, Mike Mentor are the guys that are ahead of him in tackles as, again, Shaq Thompson finished 4th. And wishing the best of luck. I'm quite sure he will be able to land on a roster and continue to play in the NFL. So other Combine news for you guys tomorrow. I'll be covering the news from the Combine here at the Convention Center in Indianapolis. And to note, you will have Dave Canales speaking with the media. And that'll happen at 2:15 p.m. tomorrow. So look for tweets and maybe even a live stream, but certainly look for some news to come out from Dave starting at 2:15 tomorrow. I can't say it's absolute definite, but it's a pretty good chance that I'll be able to interview him one-on-one uh, tomorrow afternoon as well. So and continue to encourage you guys to set those alerts and turn on those notifications so that you can see that when that video goes up. I feel good about it because last year I was able to interview one-on-one both Dave Canales and Dan Morgan. So again, feel pretty good about that opportunity to do that again tomorrow. Dave's going to go second. Dave's going at a 2:15, and Dan Morgan, our general manager for the Carolina Panthers, he will go at 1:15 tomorrow. A few other notes about the combine. A few guys that will not be participating in the drill. Shedeur Sanders, no surprise there. He's not going to be throwing this week at the combine. He will be here. And then we also have Penn State defensive end Abdul Carter, who will not be participating in drills, and that's mostly because he's still dealing with a shoulder injury that he suffered late in the college football playoffs. But he will be here, just not participating in drills. And then Boise State running back Ashton Ashton Genty, needed my glasses for that one. He will be here as well, but not participating in any of the drills this week here at the Combine. So that'll get you up to date with everything as of today. Again, Carolina Panthers giving free agent Shaq Thompson the okay to go and test the waters. Now, there's also another report from a very reliable source, one Joe Person over there at The Athletic, a very reliable person, saying that it also is looking like the Carolina Panthers will not retain Ian Thomas. So I want to pass that along with you as well. Again, Joe Person over at The Athletic currently reporting that it looks like the Carolina Panthers will not retain Ian Thomas. All right, so those are your updates. Let me see if there's any comments here before I check out here, because I got to get ready for tomorrow, guys. So I did have thoughts about doing a nice longer show tonight, but logistics and a ton of other things for me getting down to the convention center, setting up shop for live broadcast tomorrow is the bigger picture, right? So I'll be going live Tuesday several times. I'm not sure if I'm going to go live when I get Dan and Dave. Those may be just recorded just because of those things are pretty hectic. But I will be doing shows independent of Dan and Dave as well on Tuesday as well as on Wednesday, getting you up to speed with the draft picks. Oh, not draft picks, but the draft combines, what we're looking at, what the Panthers are needing, what the other teams are looking like they're going to do, and who's been saying what since they've been here as well. We'll be going through that. So let me go ahead and take a look. We got another member that joined. What's up, Chris? Sorry, but not sorry. I'm glad Shaq is gone. Carolina Boy 803. I'm assuming that's a South Carolina area code. So thank you for being a member and checking us out. And we have Forest City Kitty as well. My good guy, Antonio, always with the good words of advice. Like, subscribe, and share the stream, please. Yeah, do everything that Antonio said. Do it twice, all right? Do everything that Antonio said twice. Is there anything else that I can think that I want to share with you guys before I get out of here? I really think that covers it all, but let me just take a very quick gander to make sure that there's not one other piece that I want to add to it. And I think yeah, that'll be it. That'll be it. So next time you guys see me, I'll be at the convention center, which will be tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Chris Jenkins for Charlotte Vibe.